mind, can I introduce our second surprise guest first? Because
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
that he's wonderful. So, by the way, this is Michael, who we were talking about, and I do want to introduce you guys to Dean Scarnecchia. I'm sorry. He is our he's our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. So anything that you guys are going to need with grades, anything that you guys are going to need that's your key to administration, it's going to be this nice man right here.
I tend to hide pretty well, but I'm here to help as best I can. So please don't be shy. Upstairs, and I'm new here too. I still haven't gotten my ID card, so we're in the same boat in some ways. Okay.
I like that. You're a spring start.
Yeah, that's
I fall orientation is great, and normally it's a group of 200 students. I'm really close with my spring classes because you guys are 20 and 24 and things like that. I actually have a group chat of all of my spring 23 students, and I texted them before all of their finals because they're all, since you guys are just one section, you're all going to be in the same classes together. So before all of your finals, you're going to get texts from me that say, good luck, go crush it. So here, Dean Scarnecchia, I'm going to let you come up here. Just, who are you? Where's your office?
Okay, here we go. I've prepared many reflections. But anyways, I was just welcoming the master's students in the intercultural human rights program, and so you're beginning your college. Well, maybe not beginning it, but you're continuing your college experience with us at St. Thomas University. And this reminds me of when Benjamin Franklin was approached at the end of the Constitutional Convention that drafted the United States Constitution. And he was sitting behind George Washington. And Washington had this chair. And on the back of the chair, it was the sun, beams coming out half above the horizon. And he said, you know, for the last month I've been staring at that chair, trying to determine whether that sun was rising or setting on America. And he says, after this convention and the signing of this Constitution, I believe it's rising. So, with your matriculation into St. Thomas University, it gives us hope that the sun is truly rising and not setting. And thank you for your attention.
All right. I told you I have goodies for you guys. These are coffee mugs. You probably don't want to be carrying around those all day. So here, let me open it up. I'll show you what they look like. That way we can get excited, and then we'll pick it up on our way out. Okay, cool. Good plan. That was Carla's idea. Thank you, Carla. Because I was going to pass them out to you guys, and then I realized that probably is a recipe for disaster. Alrighty. So, this mug, I still have mine that was given to me at orientation, and it was at the time that we had a different logo. I still use it. Oh my God, that mug has seen so many tears. This mug is going to be with you at 1 a.m. This mug is going to be with you on Christmas morning. This mug is going to be with you at, 10 p.m. when you're reading for the next day. It's beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. And so perhaps I am thinking way too deeply into this, but I saw this thing my 1L year, and it said that you need to romanticize your study space. That way studying is something that you look forward to doing. I took that as a sign from God, and I went to Williams-Sonoma and bought a $700 espresso maker. And the espresso tastes wonderful in this mug. Her name is Ellie. It's short for Eleanor, the expensive ass espresso maker. I actually just finished making payments on her, and I've been out of law school for 4 years. But anyway, so when it's late at night and you're studying and you're wondering why I'm doing this, you're gonna look at this mug and you're gonna see I'm doing it because Josh gave me the mug and he didn't give it to me for no reason, okay? Right? Everybody say, ooh. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So, with that. By the way, are you guys kind of getting a sense for my personality that I'm not like a super stickler, There's a couch in my office. My office is the unofficial therapy office for campus. Probably shouldn't say that because we actually do have a therapy office on campus that you guys are going to hear about a little later today. I'm not a mental health professional. So here, we're gonna put these down here. It's your guys' job. Don't let me forget those. You need the mug to do well in law school. So what you just got passed out is an oath of professionalism. You guys are, because you're St. Thomas students, you are now governed by the honor code. The honor code is something that is available in our student catalog.
Family here, and that's one of the I would say, the positives of being at this law school. We all look out for each other. We all have each other's backs. Whether that's 1L, 3L, 2L, whatever it is, whatever you need. If you see me in the breezeway anytime, or any of us, you need any help with anything, don't be afraid to just come by and ask us. And let me not hold you up too long. Let's get through this pledge. Hold up the right hand. As I begin my...
Are we repeating after?
I don't know.
We'll do it and we'll repeat after. Don't do too much where I forget.
Okay.
Please.
I thought I was just going to read it out. As I begin my legal career at St. Thomas University, Benjamin L. Crump Law. I'm going to the comma. Okay. So, as I begin my legal career at St. Thomas University, Benjamin L. Crump College of Law.
As I begin my legal career at St. Thomas University, Benjamin L. Crump College of Law,
I understand the privileges inherent in becoming a lawyer and willingly accept the responsibilities that accompany this undertaking.
I understand the privileges inherent in becoming a lawyer and willingly accept the responsibilities that accompany this undertaking.
From this day forward, I promise to live up to the high ideals of my chosen profession.
From this day forward, I promise to live up to the high ideals of my chosen profession.
And begin with the promise that I will uphold the standards expressed in the St. Thomas University College of Law Honor Code.
And begin with the promise that I will uphold the standards expressed in the St. Thomas University College of Law Honor Code.
I will remember that my actions reflect not only upon myself, but also upon St. Thomas University College of Law and the legal profession.
I will remember that my actions reflect not only upon myself, but also upon St. Thomas University College of Law and the legal profession.
I vow to be a person of principle, compassion, strength, and courage.
I vow to be a person of principle, compassion, strength, and courage.
At all times, I will conduct myself with the dignity, civility, and honor, benefiting an advocate and counselor in this noble profession.
At all times, I will conduct myself with dignity, civility, and honor, benefiting an advocate and counselor in this noble profession.
I promise to act with courtesy, cooperation toward others, and to treat my colleagues, faculty, staff, and all persons with the utmost kindness and respect.
I promise to act with courtesy and cooperation towards others and to treat my colleagues, faculty, staff, and all persons with the utmost kindness and respect.
I take this pledge freely and upon my honor.
I take this pledge freely and upon my honor. Even though I made you guys do it, but still.
You did this with 200 people?
Yeah. I don't remember. It was a blur, to be honest. It's like, oh, I got this. Readings. I've been doing readings this whole time. Until you find out you have your first legal writing assignment due, and then you have like numerous readings and assignments, and then, you know, by the third or fourth week, I was like, oh, I'm in the mix of it right now. It's tough. But I will say one thing that did help me was my peers. I'm sure we heard a lot of horror stories from other law schools, how they treat each other. One of the benefits of coming to this school is that, you know, everybody has each other's back, and we look out for each other. If we struggle in a certain area, somebody is there to quickly help you. Make sure I would say one thing that helps is to make sure you're on it every day, every week. To know that, you know, by the end of that semester, if you've done all that you can do, all the hard work that you can do, you will regret nothing, right? It is a competition at the end of the day, in a sense, but everybody is, in a sense, working with each other to become better. As time goes on, things get better. I will say 1L was the toughest because you're trying to learn that legal jargon and trying to understand certain legal words, I will say. But after a while, the more you communicate with your peers, the more you you start to read more and understand more, it becomes a lot easier, and the process becomes easier. So I would say don't give up on yourself. There will be times when you need to call somebody, talk to your friends, take some time here and there off, not too much time, but it'll get better. And I would say it is worth it. You will learn to understand things that you are capable of that you would not have known before you came here. And that's one of the great things about coming to law school. I know I learned a lot from myself. You know, you kind of pick yourself back up and you're like, you know, I have to do this, I have no choice, right? And you start to understand that I am capable of accomplishing anything. So again, let me reiterate that I'm glad that you guys have come here. Whatever you need, we're here to help you through that journey. And remember, you guys are going to be with each other not only for this law school, but after this, you know, as your career progresses on, you will start to see each other in that field. The legal field is a small field, so you will continue to see each other. So, you know, band together, and again, congratulations.
Thank you. As you can tell by his speech and his title of president, Michael is a much more eloquent speaker than I am. So, thank you. With that, I'm going to pass off to Professor Warheit for real this time. And everybody got
Classes haven't started yet, but what I wanted to do is, I know on the orientation sheet there it says I'm going to give you an introduction to the court system, which I'm going to a little bit, but we're going to get much deeper into that once you come to class next Friday. So again, I'm Professor Warheit. I'm the director of the legal writing department here, and I'm also going to be your professor for your first two legal, we're going to call them legal research and writing classes, okay? My office is, if you go to the second floor, through the glass doors on the other side, you'll see just to the left a little hallway. I'm right down there. That's 204, and I'm in the first little office there. So any issues that you have with legal writing, whether it be something going on in your legal writing class, something that legal writing is involved in your other classes, because you will take legal writing into your other classes. Your first line of inquiry is to your own legal writing professor, and then if you want to come talk to me, I'm absolutely available to you, okay? So this is my information, and as Josh said, we are open door, okay? And I think I can speak for just about all of the faculty here. They'll even agree with me that legal writing is the most important class that you're going to take. It's a series of classes, but it's the most important group of classes you're going to take while you're in law school. And there's a number of reasons for that, okay? First of all, as I said, you're going to take legal writing into your substantive classes. You will be writing essays, essay answers when you're taking your midterms and your finals. The components of what you'll be using when you're drafting those essay answers, you'll be learning about in legal writing. Now, the legal writing department and the legal writing classes, we're really here to help you learn how to write for practice, okay? But that being said, the things that you're gonna learn, the basics that you're gonna learn in the first few weeks of legal writing are things that you will be taking into those substantive classes. And a really important thing to remember is you have to really pay attention to what your professor wants, okay? Because different professors are gonna want different things. You're gonna learn that there's certain formats that are kind of conventional, in the law and legal studies. First 2 semesters, then we're gonna get into your spring, it'll be the following spring, advanced legal research and writing, which is gonna be persuasive writing. Okay, so these first 2 here, we're gonna focus mainly on state law, Florida state law. Is anybody hoping to practice somewhere other than in Florida once you graduate and pass the bar? Okay, where do you think you're gonna go?
I don't know yet, but not Florida.
Not Florida, okay. All right, well, we're gonna focus on Florida law. So, you just for your purposes know that there will be maybe some differences once you get out there, wherever it is you decide you wanna be. But we're gonna focus on Florida law for these first couple of classes. Spring, we're gonna move into federal law, and you're gonna learn how to prepare litigation documents. And you'll be drafting complaints and answers and motions and things like that. And then either the summer or fall of your 2L year, you're gonna do appellate advocacy. Appellate advocacy is drafting for appeals. Okay, so preparing a brief, doing an oral argument. And yes, you are gonna get up and do an oral argument. Don't worry about it. By the time that comes, I know some of you may say, I don't wanna get up and do that. Trust me, you're gonna be ready to do it by the time you get to that point. All right, so that's the curriculum for your legal writing classes. You're gonna have to fit all that in with your substantive classes. So again, a big part of law school, and I think probably the most challenging part of law school when you're first starting, is learning how to budget your time and getting a schedule and sticking to that schedule. And you may have created one when you're going in, and you're gonna have to massage it a little bit and switch things around. You realize certain classes you're gonna have to devote a little more time to than others because some may come a little easier to you than others. But just, again, please make sure you fit legal writing in there because you're gonna be glad you did, okay? Let's see. So, some of you, again, may kind of be thinking in the back of your mind, oh, I know how to write. What do I need to learn? What do I need to know, right? Legal writing is very different than what you might all be used to writing for undergrad. Do I have anybody here who liked to do creative writing in undergrad? Okay, right, that was me. I'm gonna tell you what your challenge is gonna be because it was my challenge, is being concise, okay? Do I have anybody who is journalism, maybe journalism majors? Okay, journalism majors, usually it's not too much of a change because you were doing the who, what, where, when, how, really focusing on things like that. But I think whatever you're coming in with your writing experience, you're gonna see there's a difference when it comes to legal writing. And you're gonna have to kind of rewire your brain and maybe, forget about some of the things that you learned and replace that with some new techniques. But let me ask you, just based on your own, knowledge and experience, what do you think would be 2 characteristics, I'm going to ask for 2 characteristics of good legal writing, if you had to think of like an adjective to describe good legal writing, what do you think?
Concise.
Very good.
Structured.
Structured, okay. Anybody else?
Clear.
Clear. Good, all right, so you guys are already thinking the right way. The formula. Simplicity plus clarity. I know you're gonna go, what is she talking about, simplicity? Because you're gonna start reading some of these old cases. When you go into your substantive classes, you're gonna have these case books and you're gonna read these cases that are like from, like 1909 or something, and some of the language is gonna be kind of, old-fashioned and legalese and all that. Well, that was then, this is now. And you're gonna read those cases, there's a reason you're reading those cases, because there's foundations and certain rules that you have to learn, but that's not the way we write these days. These days, We want lawyers who are gonna write simply, concisely, and clearly, because we don't want just trained legal minds to be able to understand what